Hello everyone, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Welcome to UDAAN Laksh YouTube channel. Now I will be discussing the most important social science question paper for September 2024 midterm examination. So let us begin our discussion on this. Subject code is 85E. SSLC Summative Assessment 1 for the year 2024-25. Subject is social science. Choose the correct answer and write it along with its alphabet. The treaty that ended with First Anglo-Maratha War. So can you just tell me? I hope I have discussed some questions in the previous videos also. The treaty that ended with First Anglo-Maratha War is what? Salbai. Okay, the answer is what? Salbai. If they ask Mysuru, then the answer is Madras. The act that made provision for diarchy at the center is Regulating Act of 1773. No. Indian Consular Act of 1909. No. Government of India Act 1919. No. The right answer is Government of India Act 1935. That is the right answer. Then the credit of constructing Bengaluru-Mysuru railway line in 1882 goes to. It is Jai Chamaraja Wadiyar? No. Krishna Raja Wadiyar 4? No. Raja Wadiyar? No. The right answer is what? B. That is Chamarajendra Wadiyar 10 is the right answer. Who was the credited person who is credited for Bengaluru-Mysuru railway line in 1882. Next, moving to next one, question number 4. Dr. D.M. Nanjundappa committee was established with the objective to check regionalism. Yes, the right answer is this only. Okay, so I'll not again get into the other options. Then truly the whole mankind is one was declared by Ranna. No. Kuvempu? No. Janna? No. The answer is Pampa. Okay, so coming to next, the multi-river valley project built across the river Saltani is, do you think Hirakud? No. Hirakud is Mahanadi. Kosir? No. Nagarjuna? No. The answer is Bakranandal. Okay, that is the answer for this one. Niti Aayog was headed by Prime Minister, but the day-to-day administration is looked after by the Vice Chairman. Okay, the answer is what? Not President, not CEO, not Secretary, it is Vice Chairman. Next, moving to question number 8. The services rendered by the people from the post office to safeguard jewelries and valuables is safe deposit lockers. The answer is what? Safe deposit lockers. Then, see who implemented Blue Water Policy and why was Blue Water Policy implemented by Francisco de Almeida? You know that Blue Water Policy is implemented by Francisco de Almeida. Why? In order to take supremacy over the sea instead of supremacy over the land. So Almeida wanted to capture the entire sea under his control instead of land. That is the answer for this. This is the Blue Water Policy. Why did Wellesley resign from East Coast and return to England? So why do you think Wellesley resigned? Wellesley resigned from East Coast because his interest was to having more war against the Indian kings. Due to this, the company suffered. Which company? The East India Company suffered financial losses. So when he got criticized for the financial losses, he resigned from East Coast and he returned to England. So this is the answer you should write, because his interest was on waging wars, which led to financial burden on the East India Company, due to which he has to resign and he returned to England. Okay. Define public administration in the words of Woodrow Wilson. So what is the public administration? Public administration is detailed and systematic application of law. So tell me, detailed and systematic application of law, we call it as public administration according to Woodrow Wilson. So I'll repeat, according to Woodrow Wilson, detailed and systematic application of law, we call it as what? Public administration. When was the Equal Wages Act enacted by central government? It is in 1976. You should only by heart the date here. It is 1976. Then which is the highest peak of South India? See, the highest peak of South India is Anaimudi in Kerala. So the answer is what? Anaimudi. Okay, it is in Kerala. Okay, it is in Kerala state. Why are mangrove forest of Gangetic Delta called Sundarbans? You know, Sundarbans is because of the word Sundari trees. So the Sundari trees means the trees which are very tall trees. Okay. So why are mangrove forest of Gangetic Delta called Sundarbans? Because Sundari trees are grown there. So if you write only Sundari trees are grown plenty there, so they are called Sundarbans. What is Kala Baisakhi? See, Kala Baisakhi is the occasional rain that takes place in the month of April and May in West Bengal. So the rain which takes place in West Bengal, we call it as what? Kala Baisakhi. Then who is father of a green revolution in India? See, the father of green revolution in India is M.S. Swaminathan. So the answer is what? MS Swaminathan. Okay, so you know what were the conditions of Srirangapatna Treaty? So you know, during the Third Anglo-Mysore War, Tipu lost and he has to part half of his kingdom. So what is the first point? He has to part half of his kingdom to the British. Then he has to pay 3 crores as the war compensation, and not only that, he has to give 2 of his sons as the hostages, as the guarantee for his payment. Then he has to leave the prisoners of war. So these are the conditions for Srirangapatna Treaty. Fixed question it is. Then mention the land tax policy introduced by the East India Company to stabilize its financial interest in secure manner. You should write permanent zamindari system, mahalwari system and raitwari system. You should explain in your own words. How is government trying to increase literacy in India? So what are the measures? So Sakshara Bharata, National Literacy Mission, then Sarva Shikshana Abhiyana schemes. So all these schemes the government is launching. So you can get it in textbook. So you should at least write 4 points in order to fetch the total 2 marks. Social certification is not observed commonly in all the countries. Explain. Or how is paid work different from unpaid work? Paid work is done for the sake of money, whereas unpaid work is made for the self-satisfaction, like painting, household. The housewife working in the house is called unpaid work. What are the objectives of 5-year plan? So you should by heart this. So there are 5 objectives. So you should be able to by heart them. At least 4 you should write. Climate of India is different from region to region in India. Justify. You should write why it is different. Irrigation is very essential in countries like India. Why? Because in countries like India we are having the occasional rainfall, that is uneven distribution of rainfall, due to which there is a necessary for irrigation. What are the functions of KPSE? So they conduct an examination, a competitive examination for civil services in the territory of Karnataka, and many other things related to UPSC and KPSE. Both are similar. So you just try to read both in a general way. Both, one of them will be asked for fix. Okay. Then 9 questions of 3 marks. How do banks serve the customers? So what are the services offered by the bank? That is, they give credit card, debit cards, then they give loans, then safe lockers facilities. Then all that at least 8 points you should capable and able to write. Which characteristics should a person possess to become an entrepreneur? So entrepreneurship you should read. Okay. So here you should only be focusing on the not the entrepreneur, but you should focus more on the functions of bank here. Okay. What are the effects of Battle of Buxar on East India Company? Or Diwan ke Sheshadri Iyer played an important role in the development of Mysuru. Justify. So about Diwan ke Sheshadri Iyer you should know at least 6 to 8 points in order to write the answer. What are the conditions of military protection agreement introduced by Wellesley? Which is the military protection agreement? That is nothing but a subsidiary alliance. So you know the 6 conditions for subsidiary alliance. So that all 6 points you should write. Okay. Explain how the pre-harvest and post-harvest technologies brought green revolution. Then why is the problem of unemployment experienced in India? Why do you think the unemployment exists in India? That is the question. How are we preventing soil erosion in recent days? So how to prevent soil erosion? So in English also it is their first language English. So same thing you can be able to recollect and you should write. What are the evergreen forests different from? How are evergreen forests different from the desert forest? Under which article the UPSC established mention the functions of UPSC? As I said, KPSC, UPSC functions, fixed questions, those are. Then and 4 questions of 4 marks each. Explain the impact of British education system in India. So how British education system is impacting? Again 8 points you should write in order to fetch. So you know when British came to India, so it helped us to become modernized. Then secularism, democratic attitude developed. Okay, new social and religious reformation movement started. New periodicals started emerging. Like this, total 8 points you should be capable to write. So if you are finding it helpful, kindly like, share and subscribe so that I can come up with more such initiatives. Coming to next one, what was the achievement of Krishna Raja Vadiyar 4 and Chitya Devaraja Vadiyar also you should remember. What is corruption? Mention the measures can be taken to control corruption. Then fixed question, what are the aims of multi-purpose river valley projects, or how forests are considered as important resource to both man and environment. Draw the outline map of India and locate the following places: 23 degree 30 minute north latitude, then Utkal Coast, River Narmada, Pampa, Sagar. So all these 4 points you should mention in the map, and you should be able to draw what? India map. So I hope it will help for your upcoming examination, midterm examination 2024 September. So if you are having any issues, kindly put it in the comment box below and do support me. Okay. Thank you and take care.